doing that.
Exactly. Plus, Firefox has some nice hacks in there, like the pop-up blocker. But it's pretty much from what I've seen so far, it's pretty much block pop-ups from almost every site I've gone to. So I'm
Okay.
like, that's what I love about it.
And what's so ironic, of course, to use the government site, you have to turn your pop-up blocker off. So
Yeah.
nice and secure.
Yeah, it's also nice how so-called professional sites like Yahoo will still have pop-ups on there every once in a while, but not that bad as some other ones. Okay, right now going a little bit into environmental commands. Of course, you have echo, which pretty much prints out text to the screen. CD, which actually lets you change the directory. MK, which kind of lets you make a new directory. RM lets you remove a directory. RM lets you remove a file. NV pretty much lets you remove a directory. And finally, CP lets you copy a file. They should have dir to kind of look at the names of your directory like you would in DOS. Of course, you have ls, so list contents of the directory, and lsa lets you list your your hidden files as well. Okay, I finally got VirtualBox up and running on the Windows partition now, and it should be finishing loading up in just a second. And I should be hearing the drum roll to let me know, okay, Ubuntu is running and your sound actually works on here. It was made in Africa, so there you go. And of course, give you a nice little startup music, just like if it was a Windows machine. Okay, now I'll go over the commands real quick. So first you go into your terminal. So if I type in echo, then something, it just prints something on there. I'll say cd/home. Of course, the IR shows the stuff that's in there. Home slash. So now I'm in my home directory. Also type ls, show you what's in there, and then command lsa, which shows you everything in there, including the hidden files. Okay, then like that. So now I can say I want to make a fake directory, so I'll call this test. dir again. And that test is there. So now I type in okay, it seems to be some type of content. It's probably because I'm trying to run this and open Office at the same time. So now I type in rm and there the folder I created. Oh, sorry, I type in rmdir test because it's actually a folder. So now if I type in dir or ls, pretty much to show it where everything's been removed. And then of course you have the copy command and a few other ones. Go down one level. And of course you have the ls and then lsa. So now if I type in ls space -a, now I see the hidden files with the point in front of it. Yep. So these are files that the normal user doesn't see. So anything that has a period in front of it is a hidden file. So the user can see the video folder because it's a regular one and everything else like that. And of course, one advantage of the next type of operating systems is that they have built-in commands for checking the system status, and these commands can also be helpful to system administrators for detecting inappropriate behavior, as well as performing different types of forensic tasks. And of course, from here you have the quota, the date, who am I, finger, and history. Quota actually displays this quota that the user has. Date, D-A-T-E, is screen prints the current date and time. Who actually lists the users who are logged in. Who am I displays the current username. Finger actually displays users information, so one example would be finger. User 1 displays information for user 1, and finally history displays recent commands. So now I go back into here. Actually, I do this as a super user, so I'll type in sudo for sudo command. Then I'll type in my user password. And for some reason this distro doesn't like that, so now I type in date. Gives you the date information. Who?
It looks like it didn't. The quota wasn't loaded up.
Yeah. Probably do the app-get to get it, which I can't get right now because of the no wireless, of course. And of course I type in who am I, my username, gives you my information. I type in finger my username, and then finally history. Pretty much shows you the fast commands I actually use on this machine. So you guys see all the logs, everything that's been installed, and so on. Pretty much. Actually, I think this thing has pretty much every installation I've done in here so far, because it has where I installed pretty much every program, including yeah, because it has my Apache installation and where I ran Apache and a few other applications I installed in here since, even up to when I installed Doom on this partition. So it pretty much remembered everything. I think it's some type of history file that's stored within Linux somewhere. I think periodically you actually set it up to actually clear it out after a certain amount of time through like some of the administration tools. And of course, those you are using like the older distribution or smaller ones like DSL Linux, you can also like use text-based browsers such as Lynx, spelled Links, which is actually now available all distributions, of course, because everyone nowadays is like, okay, I'm on high-speed internet, why do I just need a text-based browser? And from there, you should be able to view web page information from the command line. Normally, you will only do this on the virtualized or slow machines, or if you're one of the few people out there that are actually trying to run Linux on a Commodore. I did a Google search to see if someone was trying it, and yes, there are people trying to run it on a Commodore 128. And then they're trying to figure out why they can't get the function fully on a 64. You only have 128 kilobytes of RAM. You're lucky you got to go this far with text-based mode. And from here, you actually navigate using your tab and arrow keys, and you can even download files by tabbing to the appropriate links and pressing enter. And it's just some little trivia. You can also use the wget command in some of these, so you can actually type it'd be wget space, and then of course the URL to our file you're trying to download. And of course, it's a quick shameless plug for Nez or anyone that's watching the video. So now to do a quick break and go into some of the forensics tools in Linux.